Hello everyone. I'm going to show you how to make these little Christmas trees made out of wood. They're very simple to make, and 'tis the season. I'm starting early November. I'm going to try to capitalize, make a few bucks while I'm at it, and they're not that very complicated to make. So here is the lesson to begin. Here's just some examples I made. I actually got the idea from YouTube. Other people have been doing them, so I figured why not? I could give it a shot, and sure enough, I did. This is something different. It's a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It's a whole different monster there. Not that hard to make, actually. And then I have the double hole over here. I have a few of those that I made as well, which got its own little candle holder. So as you can see, some samples. They're not that big. You can see I'm holding it right there. There's probably about 8 inches. I use a 1x8 to make each one of them. And even the holes that I cut out, the piece of wood becomes a stand. Okay, I'm outside right now. That plank of wood over there, I bought it from Home Depot. It was like $16 approximately. It's kind of expensive, I guess. But it's a 1x8, I think, or 1x10. I should double check that. Anyway, 6 feet long. With that, I can cut the triangles that I need to make those trees. I can make probably like 17 of them. So if you cut 17 triangles, some for 10 bucks each, that's $170. I think I got a good return on my investment. Just throw a little bit of paint, a couple screws, and boom, you're in business. Yeah, I just double checked. This is a 1x10, so just be aware. So 6 feet tall, that'll give you plenty of wood that you need. I'm probably going to cut out some different designs while I'm at it as well, but for now, I want to teach how to make those triangles. Okay, for the base of the triangle, I decided on 8 inches. If you want to do a different size, it's up to you. 8 inches works well with me. So I marked an 8-inch mark over here. And then since it's going to be a triangle, I'll be cutting it like that across, like that. So the top part will obviously be 4 inches because that's half of the triangle. That's a no-brainer right there. Okay, first triangle, couple of lines there. I use a straight edge, go from point to point. Draw lines, that's where you're going to cut. Cut, cut. And then from this point on, I can start making marks all the way down the wood to make more triangles and get them ready and mass produce them. Once I got the first triangle established in terms of measurements, all I have to do is measure 8 inches every time with a mark, 8 inches from there to there, and keep going 8 inches, 8 inches, 8 inches. And as you can see, I've joined already my triangles, all the points. I can make 17 cutouts with this piece of wood. So all left over will be this little piece there that maybe if you want to use it for something else, and the other end. Very little waste, actually. So 17 pieces. I'll make 17 triangles with this. Today's another day. I cut the triangles like I promised. You can see they're nicely, neatly done using just a big old saw like that. You can use a table saw if you have one. I'm becoming a little more primitive. I don't have all that fancy equipment, but it does a good job anyways. I have 10 pieces there. I know I said there was 17 I can cut, but I used some of the pieces to make some other stuff like this Grinch character and the cat. So I had to use wood for other projects as well. But with these, I have plenty. I'm going to prepare these now to show you how I make the holes. All right, if you want to make the triangle with a single hole, all you have to do is measure the halfway point. This is 8 inches, so it's obviously going to be 4. 4 is half of 8, obviously. And use a square, a triangle, to make your line straight up. Now, hole cutters, I have 2 of them that I use. This one I use for make the bigger hole. It's 3 1/4 inches wide. And this one is 2 1/8. That's for when I make the double hole, which I'll show you in a little bit. And let's see if I can say steady. So I drew the circle out using a compass just to give you an idea where I'm going to be cutting. You don't really have to. What you want to do is you'll find if it's 3 1/4, actually what I did is measured to the top was, hold on a second. Okay, from here to the top of the circle is 4 3/4 minus 3 1/4. I have the bottom of the circle. I look for the halfway point. That's where it's going to be the center of the circle. And as you can see, this has a drill. So when you actually attach it, you put the drill onto the center and you start drilling. And you should drill a nice perfect hole. It should be nice and even. So that'll be for the single hole triangle Christmas tree. Okay, for my double hole project, you can see I made my marks already where it's going to cut using the smallest hole cutter and a larger hole cutter. Now you're wondering, well, how do I get these points here? So I basically drew up a quick diagram. It was more of a kind of a little bit of guesswork to get it exactly the way I wanted it. But from here to here, I measured 5 3/4 inches, and then I measured 2 1/4 up, perpendicular. And now we're going to mark my spot there for the big hole cutter. And for that one, 3 1/2 inches down, 3 1/4 across. You just put a triangular square here to go make your vertical line and just measure from the top down, and you get to that point. Mark these both. Your drill, this little one here, will go on that one, and the big one will go on that one. So that is what I'll be cutting. Drill, drill. You'll have 2 holes with the obviously the flat spots. This is most likely you only can need it unless you want to save for something else, but this will be part of your stand here. All right, I got all my triangles pre-measured so I could drill both holes. The whole stack, I decided to do the entire stack with double holes because I already have enough single holes. And it seems like these are more popular, so I'm going to get ready to start drilling the holes now. I got this set up. I prefer to clamp it down, and I put a piece of wood as well underneath it, so when I drill through, I don't be cutting my makeshift table. Instead, I just cut the old piece of wood. And here's my hole saw. It's ready to go. It's just basically just put it onto the spot where I marked, and then you just go to town. So I shall proceed drilling because I need both my hands. There's my first cut, nice and round. I got the leftover piece in here, which I'll pop out. You can see the flat spot there. Like I said, this piece is going to be used for the stands that I'm going to be attaching to the main triangle. So I'm going to proceed to do the rest of the pieces. Since I have the drill bit already set, I'm just going to keep putting them in, cut the big holes first. Then I'll change the bit to the smaller one. Then I'll cut the second holes in each one. Some that I forgot to mention that I'm going to mention now, so to save you any headaches. Now, I cut this piece out, which is okay, but I do want to make an inset circle in here so that the candle will fit in there. But doing it outside is more of a pain in the butt. In fact, I'd rather just do the inset right here before I cut out the main circle. That way it's already set and you're done with it. And it's easier to do it this way. So I would advise do it with a 1 1/2 drill bit for making holes. And go like so, only maybe 1/4 inch, maybe 1/2 inch deep at the most. And then pull it out and then cut the main circle. All right, these are the first cutouts, the big holes. And this is what I'm talking about, little inset, so you can put your little candle in here. I want to get that done. You can always plug that hole up, but it doesn't really matter. But you can put a little caulking compound if you want later on. So now I'm going to go ahead and start cutting the little holes to go on there. All right, I'm clamped down. Here's my smaller hole cutter, which I'll again, right at the mark, go to town. Okay. I need both hands, so you're going to have to hold on. Okay, both holes are done. Now what I want to do is I need to obviously hang my ornaments. So I'm going to drill a hole on top of each hole. So I'll be having a little drill bit. I'll show how I do that. You need to put your little wire or hook to it, so it's only would dangle. Here's a very small drill bit first. I think it's like a 1/16, and I already pre-drilled it. Just from here to here, and on this side as well, down like that. So just start like that and put an angle. You want to go to a bigger drill bit afterwards because you want your string or hook to fit. It's up to you. I always go a slightly bigger one afterwards to make sure. All right, now that I've made my holes to hold the ornaments, that'll be a good time to sand each and every one of them. It's nice and smooth. Use a hand sander if you want, or just do it by hand, however it's best to do it. You just don't want to have any rough spots or splinters. So I'm going to take care of these and all these as well. All right, all my pieces are sanded and ready to put the stands next to the triangles. Basically, you can put it wherever you want, but you obviously want the candle holder pointing towards the tip of the tree instead of upside down. That would be an easy mistake. I would advise to put it in the thickest part of the tree here, and basically you just screw it, glue it, screw it, and you're good to go. At this point, I kind of jerry-rigged the tree upside down. I have my stand. Since the tree is upside down, my candle holder will be upside down as well. So just kind of hold it in place with some glue, and I'm going to screw from the other side. All right, there you have it. I'm including the triangle trees that have the single holes as well. I made those earlier. They're more easier to make, as I explained in my video. And the rest have the double holes. All they have to do is to be painted or stained, whatever you decide to do, or just leave it plain like that. I have one over here that I just finished painting blue. So anyways, I hope you benefit from this video and give it a shot. It's really not that hard to make, and you know, I hope it comes out for you. Send pictures or whatever, you know. It's my emails or my site on my YouTube channel, and I wish you the best, and thank you very much for watching this video.